And what I cannot stress enough is watch what you do, watch what you say. For some, it's already too late. It's already too late. They've already got you pinpointed, they've already got you tagged. You remember the red and the blue stickers? People were saying, oh, if you got a red or blue sticker on your mailbox or whatever, the different colored stickers and stuff. I think that was just something they put out there. I do. But that is beside the point. Watch what you do, watch what you say. And if you have a YouTube platform, if you have a habit of going online, opening your mouth, saying things, doing things, sharing things, typing things that would come across as you're not that good citizen, oh, it will be used against you. That system that's already up and going in China, it's the data centers. It's the data centers. You already got a credit score. And that credit score runs anywhere, between the 300s and up to like the 850s and stuff. And insurance companies, they have a right to look at your social media accounts to deny you credit. They have the right to look at your credit score, whether or not you're worthy to get insurance from them. They can deny you service if they want to. Now imagine this. Imagine you living in a society where you have a not too nice reputation in your life, and you are given a low credit score, like as in China, what they done to theirs. Once discredited, this is what it is. It's the surveillance and stuff like this. China's social credit system awards the citizens who, points to the citizens who conform. And they do that by the way of crypto. They do. That is part of crypto too, the algorithms and stuff like that. They got the facial recognition. This is important, you all. I cannot stress it enough. I really cannot. Hello, Emmett. Once discredited, this is what they told their citizens. Once discredited, limited everywhere is the message China's government announced in a report released in early March to the 23 million citizens that it had banned from purchasing plane or train tickets the previous year. These citizens, the government declared, had proven themselves to be untrustworthy, perhaps by spreading false information, forgetting to pay their bill on time, or even failing to walk a dog on a leash. As a result, their freedom of movement has been revoked. Well, then, if you were to think about that, the freedom of movement would be more or less, you could talk about the 15-minute cities, right? This is the reality of the social credit, it reads. The Chinese reputational measuring system that, according to the government documents, allows the trustworthy person to roam everywhere under heaven while making it hard for the discredited to take a single step. Using a network of cameras equipped with facial recognition, behavior of every individual, facial recognition software, the government is able to identify and log the so-called harmful behavior of every individual or business on Chinese soil. While the government claims the system purely seeks to restore the trust in a corrupt society, the true capabilities of social credit are far more extensive and restrictive. We're going to live in a surveillance culture, and we have the data centers. They're popping up all over the United States. Great big massive data centers. Oh, look at that. From the establishment of the Mao People Republic of China, 1949, to Mao's death in 1976. Wow, that's a little bit after the Roswell incident. Right there. The modern day social credit program has its roots in the controlling surveillance-based model. It's the new economy, you all. Could you imagine? It is the massive class divide. It don't matter in their credit system, in their social credit system. It doesn't matter if you're rich. It doesn't matter if you're poor. What matters is the behavior that you exhibit. What you do, what you say, what you don't say, what you talk about, where you go, where you don't go. I mean, you got the cameras everywhere, every single where you go. And once you've been given, I think I said, you get a score for every single thing you do. Every little bitty thing you say, every single thing you do, you get a little score, and that compiles your great big larger score. I don't know how long it takes for them to decide that you are not a good citizen. Could you imagine that happening here in the United States? If you can imagine that happening in the United States, I would watch what I say, watch what I do. I'd be very careful of what I type online. I would. You can get your message across. You can, by the things you say and the things you do in a very loving, respectful way. You really, truly can. You do not want to outright do stuff that you know is going to get you in big, 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 big trouble. You don't. You may find yourself living in a society where you have to toe the line. That's the truth. I'm telling you right now, according to that system, I would not be surprised if we already had that system kind of like running in the background, and they already got the tabs on the people. They already got the tabs, your history. I was thinking about that today. Everything, let me just use myself as an example. I wish people would not have had, came in contact with me. I really don't. I wish they would have never came in physical contact with me. I don't care who you were, none of you. You know why? Because of the haters that are out there. If you come in contact with me, you automatically get included in the hate group. You do. And they target your you know what also, whether you realize it or not. And some of these characters are not very good characters at all. Some of these characters practice black magic. They do spells. Oh, I seen some stuff today. I did. This person, I'm not going to say where I saw it at. This person who practices black magic, they did a spell. They did. They showed me in it, and then they showed Nirka in it too. Then they talked about Trey in it. Don't think that you are way beyond being affected by people who do spells. Okay, do not think that you're way beyond. Don't think that, oh, they could not ever put a spell on me. Hello. It's black magic. It's black magic. If your vibration is really low and if you are not protecting yourself and you are doing it, oh, they most definitely can find a crack and they could put a spell on you. That's why I don't really like to have people. Some people don't listen. Some people don't listen. Yeah, I saw that today. I saw a lot of that today. Behind the scenes. Every single thing I say on here, every single thing I post, every single comment I do, anybody in the remotely attached to me, this is just the people themselves. Every single thing they post, every single thing they say, every single video, everything about you, they dig it up. They will dig up your past. These are regular human beings. They'll dig your past up and they'll find the dirt. They'll dig and dig and dig. And if that's not enough, then they will do spells on you. I'm not joking. Oh, I saw it today. I saw the spells they did. I saw it. Boasting about it. This has been going on for several years, probably since I started. You might want to just, no, don't be making your ways. People are after you. I don't care who you are. If you got contact with me via social media, in real life or something, they're going to come after you. That's just ordinary citizens. Could you imagine the government themselves? Like in China? Well, I don't think China would smile upon that type of activity that is occurring. Those people like that are going to find themselves in big trouble too. If that type of system comes to the United States of America, those type of people are going to be labeled. They are. The ones who go out and hunt down stuff and do bad stuff, they're going to get labeled by the government. You will not be able to run away from the long arm of the law. The things that are done in secret and hidden in secret, they will be no more. Because there's eyes everywhere. The internet is literally scoured every single second of every single day. Everything that you do also, it's like that Minority Report. Everything you do that is they consider not loving and not kind, it's going to go against you. It is. It's going to go against you. Every single thing. A lot of people already got their more or less rap sheets. You get your rap sheets. I can't stress it enough. Be very careful what you do, what you say, where you go, what you post. It is literally etched in stone at this point. Every single thing that is done, even this video that I'm talking about, you might as well admit to it. You might as well accept it. It is etched in stone because it will be stored forever and ever until this earth is destroyed completely. Everything you do, you can't take it back. It's not as easy like, you ain't going to be able, do you think those citizens can tell the Chinese government? They say, well, you forgot to put a leash on your dog. You think and they caught you. Or you went around and you started trouble and you started a ruckus and you got in a fight or you did something you weren't supposed to do. You think the Chinese government's going to say, oh, you're sorry? Okay, well, don't do it again. No, they're not playing. Boom, you get slapped right then and there. You get your credit scored, your social credit thing lowered. They're not going to give you no second chances. You don't get no second chances in that system. You get really lenient right now in the United States, but when that system comes here, because we got the data centers that are going to be popping up, when that system comes there, there's not going to be any leniency. You will be ruled with an iron fist. An iron fist. He'll rule them with an iron scepter, just like that, with a rod of iron. They'll know. You will not be able to talk your way out of it. They'll read your thoughts. They'll read your mind. You'll read your thoughts. They will look back on every single thing you've ever done in your life because there's a big data centers everywhere collecting the information. You better get yourself lined up right now. You better decide where you're going to stand because this thing is coming. It's coming. If it wasn't coming, they would not be building their data centers, okay? They're like building them in these great big industrial parks. They will be the industrial parks. Everything. But Gina, are you scared? No, I'm not scared. I'm trying to warn you what's coming. Everything you post, everything you say, every single text message you do, everywhere you go, everything is being documented. And it might as well be etched in stone. Etched in stone. It can and will be used against you or for you. Everything. I'm telling you, I do not think the system is too far away. It could even be up and going in the background and you not even know about it. Not even know about it. But one day it's going to be brought out in the open. One day. If you got a habit of not being able to, I'm not going to tell you what to do. You go ahead, you live your life, you say what you want to say, you do what you want to do, you want to act out of character, you want to write mean things, say mean things, cuss, go bang out, bust out windows in cars, start fights, shoot people, all of that kind of stuff. You do your thing. You go ahead and do that. But we're coming into a society where everything you do is being watched, and it's going to be watched even more so, and they're going to find you. They're going to track you down and they are going to find you. They're going to find you. And they're not going to be so lenient with you. And I'm not saying this to scare people. This is what's coming. It's coming. You're not going to stop it. You are not going to stop it. You think they're going to quit building their data centers? No. Everything you've done, they're going to go back once it's fully implemented. They're going to go back and look at, you know how you have to go, if you get a speeding ticket, Rosie, honey, what do you have to say about it? If you get a speeding ticket, Rosie, honey, you've been running through the yard a little bit too fast. You've been crossing over in somebody's yard. You're going to get yourself in trouble. You need to stay in your own yard and don't be picking fights, Rosie. You hear me, Rosie? Don't be picking fights. Oh my gosh. No. Like when you get a speeding ticket, anything you do, it's on your driver's record for 7 years. When they do background investigations, they go back 10 years. 10 years. If you get like top secret security clearances and stuff, they're going to go back really, 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 really far. Could you imagine that same type of investigation being applied to you too, just a normal citizen? You may say, well, that was many, many, many years ago. I was a teenager. That was 20 years ago. I'm not like that no more. It's too late. It's affecting your credit score now, your social credit score. And you're going to have the good citizens and the bad citizens. It's not going to be about who's the richest and who's the poorest. It sounds like it's going to be based on your behavior. Kind of sounds like behavioral statistics, behavioral psychology. You got to behave the right way. You get rewarded for being good. You're going to get rewarded for being good. No, you all, please, please, please be careful. From this day forward, please be careful of everything you do, everything you say, everywhere you go. And if you have a habit of posting things online, that's going to make you a big target, because they probably won't even give some people a score. They probably put you in a re-education camp if your score is really bad and try to educate you on how to be a good citizen. I know that sounds silly, but you've seen it in the movies. You got to go into a re-education camp. Oh my gosh. I read a comment during the live stream today. I think it was by Susan. She said, I feel like I'm in a coma in a hospital and this is a bad nightmare. You may feel that too, but you're not in a coma. You may be in a matrix. And this is like a nightmare. If this thing plays out the way that it's playing out over there, here, and I have a really good inclination within me that it's going to play out that way here. It's going to play out that way here. Just, why do you need all the data centers? And by the way, somebody said, Gina, quit wearing a black and white shirt. This is blue. This is navy blue and white checker. It's dark navy blue. It may appear black. Okay, it may, but I'm going to wear whatever I want to put on my body. Okay, I am. It's more about the clothes it's not about the clothes that I wear. It's about what's coming out of me is what it's about. Can you get your message out and still be you? Well, it depends on who you are. If you're going to throw a fit and cuss everybody out and be violent, well, I guess that's not going to be acceptable in the future. I can assure you that type of behavior will not be acceptable. If you have a YouTube channel, you notice that the community guidelines, they're changing a lot. They are changing a whole lot. They're going to continue to change and to evolve and stuff like that. It's rules and regulations. You'll say, well, then I'll no longer be free. Well, you may no longer be free. That's true. You may no longer have the freedom that you have right now. And you may say, well, I don't have no freedom right now. You got freedom right now. I don't think you've ever lived in a place where you don't have no freedom, but you probably will see the day when you won't have the freedom that you have right now in some shape or form. You will not have the freedoms that you have right now. What was that thing? It was an ethics class. It was a civics class. It was a hypothetical thing they did in Illinois. It was several years ago. We did a video on it. If alien visitor, if aliens visited, and they told the groups of students in all the grades to pick 5 rights out of the Bill of Rights that you want to keep for yourself. 5. You could only choose 5, and you had a limited amount of time. And they broke the children up in groups. And then they got to the point, if you cannot decide for yourself, then the alien visitor will make the decision for you. And then then they went on to say, remember that what you consider your definition of privacy may not be the same definition of privacy that your alien overlord, more or less, feels. They may not have the same view on what privacy means to them like you do what privacy means to you. Everything I do online, you can listen. You get in trouble on YouTube. Even though you may not get community strikes or something like that, YouTube still gives you a credit rating too. And that determines whether or not you get traffic to your channel, whether or not you are eligible for the 100,000 subscribers award. Even though you didn't break the community guidelines and stuff, they can look at you and say, well, you're not that good of a community. You shared some things that could be misconstrued. See, you're already getting it on the YouTube, and you can get completely kicked off the YouTube, and you don't even have to do hardly anything. There's a fine line with only a little bit of wiggle room on it in this life, but we're entering the era. I cannot stress this enough. Don't be so quick to go on a fit of rage, a rant, and show things that you should not show and behave in ways that you should not behave when you're using the internet, because it can and will be used against you in like a world court of law run by the New World Order. The New World Order. And when they say New World Order, they mean the whole world will adhere to the same types of guidelines. The whole entire world. Now, this may sound a little bit too far-fetched, but is it? Is it? If you want to have control of a civilization, of a people, what did they say during that last World Economic thing? That if they get the brain interface stuff wrong, the technology that can get inside your mind and stuff, if it falls into the wrong hands, the lady said, it will be the worst totalitarian regime the world has ever seen since the world began. The worst. That's what this expert said. If it falls into the wrong hands, it will be the worst this world has ever seen. And I believe her. The total, absolute worst. That sounds really bad. And it's in the back of their mind too. It's in the back of their mind because they would not have said it. It's with this advancement of technology and stuff like that, and they can't stop it. They cannot stop it. There'll be no, but no, that ain't going to work. No excuses will work. There'll be no excuses. It will be total, absolute adherence to the rules, to the regulations, to everything. Yeah. I probably will see that in my future. You probably will see that in your future too. You probably will. Within the next, what, 5, 6 years, you'll see it in your future. Of course you will. So no. Be careful how you act on here. Well, Gina, you get up there and dance. Well, I'm not doing nothing bad. I'm dancing and having fun. Well, Gina, this video that you're doing right now sounds a little whatever. No, I'm raising an alarm. I'm raising the alarm. No. Mm-mm. Yeah. So the bad people out there, the ones who go after others, the government's going to come after them too. They already got their numbers. They got their numbers too. They won't escape it either. They won't. They may think they will, but they won't. They won't. They may be free to do the things that they do right now, but there will come a day when that will no longer be allowed either. It won't. They'll squash it all, squash it up. So I'm going to go. I made myself hot, but yeah. Why do you think they got the data centers popping up all over the place? The massive, they'll fill up in an industrial park. One data center can use as much electricity as a small town, it said. A small town. Hello, Julie, honey. Yeah, a small town. No, it's what it is. It's what it is. It is. So I'm going to continue to be me. I am. I'm going to continue to speak whatever I feel led within my spirit in the manner in which I feel led to speak. I'm not a violent person or any of that. I never was that type of individual anyway. But there is a way to get your message out. There's a way to share. You can still have a happy life. You can. You just can't be really evil, and you can't be spiteful, and you can't be hateful. You just can't be a bad boy and a bad girl. Because that's not going to fly in the future. It's not. Especially when humans are not in charge of it, and an algorithm or an almighty powerful being is in charge, and it's no longer in the human's hand. No, you ain't going to get away with that. You're not. That's right. Yeah. So I'm going to go. And if you haven't subscribed, please consider subscribing. Please give this video a thumbs up. No, it's coming. You know it's coming. It's a catastrophic mutating event that's coming too. It's just a lot of change coming. You got to be ready for the change. You got to get strong on the inside of your being. And yeah, I'm going to go. So with that being said, hello, wherever you are in any part of the world. Hello. From my heart to yours, love you. Have a wonderful rest of your afternoon. I think we're in the evening hours. Hello, Carol, honey. If there's any other moderator on here, hello. Thank you all for listening. And no. Gina, are you going to talk on that again? No, I already said whatever I was going to say. It just popped in. I just opened up my laptop. I seen it. And I just felt inclined within my spirit to come up here and do a video. That's how I do my videos. Just like that. Yeah. When the opportunity happens, I stop everything I do and then I do a video. And when my words are done, they're done. And then that's how it works. Yeah, it's hot up here. It really is. I'm going to go. Have a wonderful rest of your evening. If I don't see you later, I hope to be on here later. It's a little warm in here, but that's okay. That is all right, you all. We can still show our little baby. There's all kinds of things you can still talk about. But even guidelines on YouTube, they are really, they're changing. They're all changing. They are. It's all right. Just got to navigate the stormy seas of life. That's all. Learn how to navigate. Have a wonderful rest of your evening. Love you.